distract it with some fish. This appears to be made of metal. Why is a part like this just lying around here? And why is the penguin trying to hatch it? It doesn't like it that I stole his offspring. I'll put the egg back down. I have enough enemies here as it is. At least now the poor little guy has a real chance of seeing something come out of that egg. An egg-shaped thing made of metal. It fits, and the machine is also starting to work again. Is missing. The water's going to drain right out again. So, pulled the cork in style. Nothing. All that effort for nothing. Again. A cork. It even reasonably fits into the drain. That should stop the water from draining. Yay! The tub is full. Woohoo! Now all I need is a relaxing bath oil. Too bad, actually. It was just about to get nice and warm. I hope that the ice will hold me. The camera has been screwed on tight, but at least I could remove the strap. The video cassette from the surveillance camera in the bathroom. Oh, there is something else on the tape. A remainder of another recording. Looks like the room right next door. This Nicole Charleroi is having a discussion with a really elegantly dressed guy. Unfortunately, his back is to the camera. But I could swear that it's... What's going on down there?
I heard we are ready. we were able to quickly bring the radiation fields to the desired level.
So I was right.
About the artifact?
About you, Professor Charleroi. Your team has truly done magnificent work. And Sergei, Oleg, you also deserve a lot of praise.
Thank you. It was an honor for us.
But enough self-congratulations. We still have a lot to do. Mankind is waiting for us to relieve them from a few decisions.
Massimo Bartuzzo? If he's involved in this, it must be a really big thing. And if he goes to the ends of the world just for this, then I'd rather not dwell on how big this thing is. Realistically, there are only two possibilities. Either I make sure there is a super big noise, or I die clandestinely, quietly, and unnoticed. And since I definitely do not feel like dying, I should think of something that makes a huge kaboom. Only I probably won't be able to do much by myself. I need help, and I need it fast. A huge plasma screen. Two, 5, 1, 3. Done it! I wonder what is waiting for me in that room over there. There is something in the close vicinity of the research station, most likely an airplane. Maybe they can come and get me out of here. I just have to get their attention somehow. All of the equipment looks to be completely out of date. They obviously only invested in stuff that was absolutely necessary. Equipment for measuring and analysis. What exactly can one do with it? I haven't got the faintest idea. Full of fireworks. I think I'll take a couple with me, and probably the matches too. Flares. I assume that they are used to mark the landing spot for helicopters and airplanes. They are from the nightclub Lady. Wasn't there a similar book of matches in the sewers in Moscow? Weird. The matches burn well, but the fuse doesn't. It probably got wet at some point in time. I've gotten warm enough now. The bad guys can go on freezing. Hopefully the fuses will work again if I pour the whale oil over them. If I put them on the floor and light them, that won't help much either. Maybe I can use them somewhere else that makes more sense.
not what you think.
Typical statement from a man.
They aren't our enemies. They want to help us.
I've had my fill lately of people who allegedly want to help me.
Yeah, I know. I'm really sorry about Oleg.
How did you know?
Later. These men have brought me here to...
So you are in cahoots with them. They're the same guys who were seen in the museum by the janitor and the little girl when my father was kidnapped, right?
Yes, and the sect did actually kidnap your father, but for his own protection. Don't worry, he's fine.
For his protection? From people like you? You played me for a sucker and were working with these guys the entire time.
No, when I got back from Ireland, the sect also kidnapped me. Then they explained how everything fits together. I'd never seen these guys before that. You have to believe me.
Do I?
During his investigation into the Tunguska catastrophe, your father stumbled onto something that has to be kept secret at all costs. The sect has done everything it can to make sure this secret doesn't fall into the wrong hands.
And what is that?
The people believe that they're the offspring of aliens from outer space.
Oh, God.
And the Tunguska catastrophe was caused by a nuclear-powered interstellar spaceship that crashed while trying to rescue its last living survivors from Earth.
Bullshit!
Psst.
Don't tell me you believe that.
I don't know what I should believe anymore. Do you remember your encounter with the sect?
In Tunguska? Yes. It was pretty weird.
The fact is that in the summer of 1908, an unidentified object was annihilated in a detonation as powerful as a modern hydrogen bomb, but they found no crater and no remains. Then these strange fragments appeared years later. Your father examined them and discovered that they were made from materials that didn't come from Earth, but were processed.
The Kalenkov report?
Exactly. Then the military got a hold of the material, and your father was prohibited from doing any more research. When he and Manuel Perez took off again for the Tunguska region, Perez accidentally became a victim of an experiment that the military was conducting with the extraterrestrial object there. Your father realizes how dangerous the material is, but he continues to do research despite, or maybe because of it, until he comes across evidence of the Zopa, whose abandoned caves he discovers in China. There he discovers artifacts that consist of the same extraterrestrial material as the fragments from the Tunguska region. A strange connection, don't you think?
And one of the artifacts is here now, delivered personally by Nina Kalenkov.
The station belongs to a man named Massimo Gattuso. Have you ever heard his name before?
Billionaire, divorced 3 times, devastatingly handsome. You can ask him for an autograph in a second.
What?
He's here. I saw him below in the station.
Hopefully we aren't too late. He bought shares in all the telecommunication companies through middlemen and will soon control the entire mobile network.
So what? Are you afraid that the prices per minute will go up?
Be serious for a second, Nina. Don't you have any idea what they're planning here? Think about Perez's accident, the psychiatric clinic in Cuba, the French female scientist, and the Russians' animal experiments.
Give me a hint.
They are working on a technology that will manipulate thoughts.
Oh, come on. First you come to me with these aliens, and now this?
It sounds inconceivable, I know. But research into this technology is nothing new. As far as I know, no one has been successful yet. But with this extraterrestrial material, do you think that Massimo Gattuso will go to so much trouble if the artifact was merely of value archaeologically? The sect believes that he is about to implement this technology, and you can imagine what will happen then.
So, do you trust these people?
More than I trust this Gattuso.
And what are you planning to do?
The sect will take care of detonating the transmitter, and we have to find a way to disrupt the experiment itself. Are you familiar with the layout in there? Is there maybe a control room or something like that?
Sure. Follow me and try to be inconspicuous.
Yes, sir. Oh, before I forget, I found your cell phone in the caves in China. I thought you'd probably need it, in case you want to call me after all this is finished.
I know your number by heart.
So, the elevator should be working again. But maybe we should wait until the sect members have detonated the antenna.
And if not, we still have the element of surprise on our side.
So you really want to go down there?
Yes. Now let's go.
Damn, what just happened? The elevator appears to still be working, as do some of the doors, but I can't open the other ones. Nina, can you hear me? Just great. I have to get the doors open as soon as possible or we'll have a real problem. We've had more than enough of those already. Hopefully Nina will wait for me and won't do anything stupid. But if I know her, she probably will.
Max doesn't seem to hear me through the door. Now what? Hopefully he'll get the door open again. But I can't really wait for him to do it. We have no time to lose. Maybe that elevator still works. Then I can look around a little downstairs. If Max would have been able to open the door, he would be beside me right now. Someone took the knob that opens and closes the vent. There's just a rod left now. I can't open or close the valve with my bare hands. I threaded the rod. A radiator. The radiator feels cold. What an enormous icicle! I can't break it loose. It's much too massive for that. What an enormous icicle! I hear voices behind that door. As long as I don't have an army behind me, I really shouldn't go in there. An iron chain hanging in the middle of the room. No idea what that's good for. The tube leads through the wall into the hallway. There are 2 labels on it: danger, explosive, and do not bring in contact with water. For such dangerous stuff, that vat sure doesn't make a stable impression. I'd better not touch it. The labels on it promise a lot of trouble if I do, and I have more than enough of that already. This wrench ought to make sure that the lid doesn't open accidentally. Hopefully the lid won't open. The sign warns that contact with water could trigger chemical reactions. The paint is so brittle that it crumbles just looking at it. The sign is riveted. The paint stuck to the silicone. With a little imagination, you can see the sign again. The peeled-off paint from the shield is now on the silicone impression. The no water symbol can be made out halfway clearly. In some places where the walls have cracked, the ice is visible behind the walls. We must therefore be below sea level. When I wedged the icicle between the pipes, the nut broke from the mounting bracket of the pipes. I should pay attention. As soon as the icicle begins to melt, it will swing across the room on the chain. Phew, no chance. I now have more leverage from the pipe I stuck on it. Phew. That's it then. The vent is open. The radiator is gurgling and is cold. I guess there isn't enough water in the pipes. One of the surveillance cameras. Hopefully Max is constantly checking the monitors in the control room.
Water? Heat? There's no water in the heating unit? I'll see if I can find a control unit for the water feed. I hope that was the right switch.
There seems to be enough water in it now, but the radiator is still not heating up. If my plan works and Max understands my clues, the heater will get warm, and so will the pipes with the icicle between them. When it melts and slides out of the pipes, it will hopefully push the vat from the shelf onto the floor. And as soon as the vat cover opens and the highly explosive chemical comes into contact with the ice on the floor, it will go kaboom! A great fuse! If I could somehow get out of here, I should close the valve again afterwards, otherwise this whole joint will blow with me and Max inside.
There's no flame lit in the heating unit? Well, then let's look for the right button that fires it up. So, that should have been it. Ah, damn it! Nina, look out!
So I did hear right. The lady did actually manage to free herself. Well then, come along. The boss is already eagerly waiting to make your acquaintance.
Ah, Miss Kalinkov, we finally meet in person. Please excuse my bad manners. I would have introduced myself much sooner, but as you can see, I'm under quite a bit of stress. Allow me to introduce myself, Massimo Gattuso.
Kidnapping, aggravated assault, and whatever else you ordered to do. So you're considering that good form?
No, but special circumstances unfortunately demand special measures. But since you are already here, may I offer you a front row seat for the world premiere?
Thanks, but I'm not interested.
Then you'll really be missing something. You will witness how my new marketing measures will lead humanity into a happier future.
I can't wait.
As you should. I'm sure you're familiar with it. You spend days thinking about which dress you should buy, and then you have a fight with your boyfriend about whether you should buy the red or the green couch.
I don't need a couch, and certainly not a green one.
I will relieve humanity from these problems in the future.
Through brainwashing?
I call it help in decision-making. It will not only save people a lot of trouble, but they will also have more time to concentrate on really important things. You have to admit, it's a truly noble gesture on my part.
I have to admit, you're even sicker than I thought. All you care about is selling your products. You don't give a shit about the people.
What a shame that you don't appreciate my plans. Don't worry, though. You won't be in the position to take offense. And now, if you'll please excuse me, I have to prepare for the first test run. And if I can offer you a word of advice, be happy that you will be allowed to witness this spectacle. It would be a shame if you couldn't enjoy your last hours on Earth, wouldn't it?
It can't be much longer until the icicle slips from the pipe. I have to get out of here, fast! His pseudo-charming way hides a textbook archetypal slick and unscrupulous supervillain. To build all these devices here at the edge of the world, that must have been a huge effort. What's it all for?
The equipment is extremely sensitive. Do you see the big display back there?
It's hard to overlook.
The project is strictly monitored, because incorrect radiation could lead to a malfunction. We've therefore played it safe and built part of the complex underground.
In case you're interested, a sect has just arrived. They're about to destroy your equipment on the surface.
Yeah, sure. Who is leading them? Superheroes who are saving the world?
I'm serious.
I think you're missing my point. And now please excuse me. I don't have time to talk.
I would like...
Quiet! Professor Charleroi has to concentrate.
I really trusted that guy. How could I be so stupid? On first impression, she seems quite nice, but this is obviously utterly wrong. Miss Charleroi?
Shut your mouth, or Sergei will shut it for you.
Another one who has made a fool of me this entire time. I assume that he was Massimo's information source in Russia. My interest in a conversation with him approximates the temperatures down here. I assume that Sergei isn't just standing there for the fun of it. According to Massimo, these monitors serve to check whether the conditions are still at optimum or whether there are problems, such as interfering radiation. It appears that all displays are currently in the normal range. Massimo wants to realize his sick plans with it. I won't be able to get there unnoticed. The entire project is being monitored and controlled from here. The committee of the friendly do-gooders probably does not want to include me in its ranks. One of those monitoring cameras again. I won't be able to get there unnoticed. A loading crane. Max must be up there. Hopefully they haven't caught him yet. I think I may have something you've been looking for.
Oh, the part from the water pump? Thank you very much. We will reward you with a painless death.
How friendly of you.
Oleg, put that thing back in there quickly so that it's nice and warm again up in the station when we celebrate our triumph.
Okay. You will watch our guest of honor.
I don't think that our princess wants to run away, do you?
No, of course not. It's terribly comfortable here.
Radiation here somewhere. If we don't get it under control quickly, we'll have to stop the experiment.
What? Nina, what are you trying to say? I don't understand. You mean escape using the crane? We'll see if that goes well. But I don't have a better idea, so let's give it a shot. Good luck, Nina.
It's getting warm up there, and the champagne is being chilled. This means that there is nothing standing in the way of our party.
The celebration will have to wait. We have some serious problems here. What the hell was that?
I'm sure we can thank this little toad here for this. But no more fun and games. You're finished!
I'm sorry that I was wrong about you, but Oleg was very convincing and...
That's okay. I'm a man. I don't hold a grudge. Come on, we've got to get to the airplane. The people from the sector are probably already waiting for us.
Where did he go?
I have no idea, but they'll manage. Let's get out of here.
Yeah, my father's probably already waiting. Max?
Yeah?
Have I thanked you yet?
No, I don't think so.
The plane must have an autopilot function.
Camera's rolling.
And I'd like to help you too. I don't need to go to bed anymore anyway, and I can always sleep when I'm dead. So, if I can do something for you...
That's really nice.
Here's looking at you, kid. Sorry, I forgot my line.
Cut!
You know the difference between me and you? I make this look good.
Cut!
Just because I'm filming a shitty film for some shitty people doesn't mean that I enjoy being an actor. I was not outstanding, and I was not exceptional. I was monumental. I was epochal.
Camera's rolling.
Prop guy, Please bring the fake iron bar this time. What a comedian.
Camera's rolling.
If my eyes don't deceive me, the stodgy could now look a lot like...
Cut!
I can't stand taking the train, sorry. Let's film the scene again.